Tales of the Narrow Gauge, Episode 2, Bertram and the Biplane. The preparations for the Mid-Sodor Railway anniversary celebration had begun. All the engines were working harder than they had ever worked before. All of the engines were very excited about the celebrations. As well as train rides, there was to be an air show. The other engines were disappointed when Bertram was chosen to take the plane. The plane's name was Tiger Moth, and he was cross. When Bertram finally arrived, he was very rude to him. "Hurry up," he shouted. "I haven't got all day." "And I don't have time for silly planes," retorted Bertram, and he gave him a bump. "Oh," screeched Tiger Moth, "don't do that. I might fall." "That," said Bertram, "would be very appropriate." And then the two set off. Tiger Moth was enjoying his trip through the Sodor countryside. "I could get used to a life like this," he said. But Peter Sam wasn't enjoying his trip at all. He was taking empty trucks up a steep slope to the wharf. The trucks were cross. "Break away," shouted one, "break away." We've broken away, laughed the trucks. Peter Sam hurried after them. "Faster, faster," the trucks cried. "Come back," yelled Peter Sam. The trucks came to a standstill at the bottom of the hill. "That's the ticket," said the empty gunpowder wagon. "Now all the engines will have to stop or they'll crash into us." Bertram and Tiger Moth were approaching, blissfully unaware of the danger that lay ahead. "Stop!" cried Tiger Moth. The trucks had caused the flatbed and in turn Bertram to tilt on the rails. Tiger Moth lay sadly on his side. "Help me, please," he shouted. "I can't," responded Bertram pathetically. "Oh my," said Peter Sam as he arrived at the crash scene. "What a mess!" "Fetch help," said Bertram. "Yes," said Peter Sam, "right away." Peter Sam soon found them. "Butch," he yelled, "there's been an accident. You need to help." "Leave it to us," said Butch. "I found them," said Peter Sam. "Good," said Bertram. "Quickly, help us." It took a very long time. When the work was done, Bertram and Tiger Moth thanked their helpers and then steamed away. When they arrived at the airfield, Tiger Moth's controller was waiting. "Ah, good to see that you arrived in one piece. Was there any trouble?" "Oh no," the two smiled. "None at all." Bertram and Tiger Moth are now firm friends, and they often talk about the adventure that they had on the Narrow Gauge Railway.